I wonder who's there today. Who is going to be here to help us out? Well, who will be? Sunshine D is here. Welcome. Jay Strood. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm Josh Goldstein. We have a lot to talk about. We're talking about DACA today. DACA, it's back. DACA is back. How awesome is that? Bring your questions. When will the DACA have that decision? Well, we have an important decision. If you want to, let's say you have an initial DACA application that you filed. USCIS is going to go forward and make a decision on your DACA. Okay? That's what they're going to do. And they're going to do that if you don't live in the state of Texas. If you do live in the state of Texas, then I suggest you relocate if you're in that situation, because that's not good. Thank you for liking this, by the way. If you like this live, it's going to help me share this with other people. So I appreciate it if you like this. I'm getting a little caffeine in my system to get me going this morning. So that's good. I applied in 2021. This is from Jay Strood, and got to biometrics and told it was on hold. What's on hold, Jay Strood 21? Is your DACA on hold? Man Mohammed. Sir, I've been in DS 5535 for 18 months. Should I try a lawsuit? Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Why not? 18 months is a long time. So we can help you with that. So DACA, if you don't live in Texas, then your DACA can be approved now. Your initial DACA can be approved. If you do live in Texas, get out of Texas. Go somewhere else. I mean, I know it's easy for me to say, oh, well, just leave Texas. I understand that's difficult, but we're talking about something important. We're talking about your work permit, your ability to live in the U.S. And here's someone who says, I need to talk to you. Someone wants a consultation, wants our help with immigration. We do great work. All you have to do is reach out to me using the link in my bio if you're on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, the phone number is right above what is left of my hair. We're also live on X or Twitter or whatever that used to be. We're live on Facebook. We're live in the Facebook group. We're live on LinkedIn. Anybody here from LinkedIn? Here's Ivan Zavaliha. Ivan Zavaliha. If Texas removes DACA and my DACA expires in 2026, can I still finish my last year? If Texas removes DACA, I don't quite understand. Ivan, do you live in Texas? What's your situation? Here's a question. I need your number, brother. My phone number in TikTok is in the link above my head. If you're so Ivan's in Texas, do you have an initial DACA application that's pending? Or do you want to file an initial DACA? You can find our website in my bio, and you can easily find me. Zahid Zaman Khan, squash legend. Ivan, I'm trying to get a sense of what Ivan's situation is so I could try to help him out. Maybe you can give me a little more information about what's going on. Jay Strew, so if I applied in 2021, it will continue with my application. Yes. If you applied in 2021, they're going to continue processing your case. That's what's going to happen. I'm already doing I-130. If they open up DACA, can I try to do AP to do my legal entry to help my I-130? This is from Gabriel Apanaoga 57. Yes, absolutely. That is a strategy that I love. Get your DACA approved, get your advanced parole, travel, come back to the U.S., and then it's green card time in the US. That cuts out the waiver process, that cuts out the consulates, saves you time, money, everything. So I love that. Gabriel, are you with me? Did you hear that? Do you have questions about it? Give me a like if you can, because that would help me. If my dad is sick, can I go see him? Well, I'm sorry to hear about your dad. How can we get you to see your dad? If your dad is outside the U.S., you can see him if you have a green card. You can see him if you have citizenship. You can see him if you have permission to travel, or a visa. There's lots of different ways. Ivan says, I already have DACA, currently working. I was part of the very first start of DACA. Well, if you already have DACA, then I don't think you need to worry about it immediately. So now your question makes a little more sense. You're saying if Texas removes DACA, well, I don't know. Here's BlackRock. Hey, Josh, I have a green card with a little issue on it. How can you help me? You can reach out to me using the links in my bio. You can also find my website in the bio. So there's plenty of ways to reach out to us. Asylum is granted. I apply for I-45 last year in August. How long is it taking now? 18 months, I'd say. Mahbub Bazekze. I have applied for my parents online. Everything was done online. Do I have to send the hard copy? I don't know what you mean. Send it to who? Ugas Nur, he says, yes, he said if you're in Texas, maybe you need to move to another state. I mean, look, I don't think you should leave Texas if you live in Texas. The only people that should consider doing that are people who are eligible for initial DACA. They're eligible for it. And they're eligible for initial DACA, but they live in Texas, so they can't otherwise get DACA. Those are the people that are eligible for this. All right. What else? What other questions do you have, people? Let's hear it. Kelly S. To build the VAWA case can take 7 months or more because I'm still waiting, or am I being scammed? 7 months is a long time, but these cases are hard. Are you currently working with your attorney? Here is somebody, Daily Drive. Josh, help me get my citizenship. And my citizenship journey was represented by the best team. Highly recommend. I'm going to pin that comment. Thank you. That's awesome. Here's a question from Facebook from Longo. If my daughter applied for DACA and was fingerprinted in 2021, and since then nothing's been received, what do you think? I think your daughter's going to get her work permit soon. I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome. All right. Questions? Questions for me? What questions do you have? Hit me. Ivan, I'm waiting for my green card interview. USCIS reached out to my on July 29th, so hopefully I get that interview soon. Ivan, good luck with your interview. That's awesome. Here's Sarah B.D. Washington. Hey, Josh, how's your day? My day is awesome because I love going live, so this is exciting. This is Badra. Thank you for helping my son. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for thanking me. Do I work with people in different states? Yes. I have clients in Nebraska. I have clients in Michigan. I have clients in New York City, Syracuse, Buffalo, Texas, Florida, wherever. I only help people with U.S. immigration stuff. Are they accepting, Sarah Yasmin, are they accepting new DACA applications already? The answer is yes, they are. In Texas, you can't do it. Nobody answers the phone, Josh. Fill out the, I'm sorry you're having trouble reaching us, but if you fill out the contact form on our website, someone will get back to you right away. Here's a question from Mr. Lucien. My son's name is Lucian, so I have to answer this. AOS interview was canceled 2+ months ago. What can I do? I would give it a few more months. You have to wait it out. And if nobody contacts you and you're still waiting, then I don't know what to say. I think that you have a problem. You have a problem. But after 6 months or so, then you should reach out to us. And you should know also, Mr. Lucian, that they're checking on you during this time period. They're trying to see whether your marriage relationship is genuine. They're looking to see whether you and your spouse are really living together. Are they going to change the civics test to 100? No, they're not. How long the process take? I-601A. I think it's going to take 3 or more years. Here's another one. Hey, Josh, this is your client. Thank you for helping my husband. That's awesome. Unforeseen circumstances. Mr. Lucian, I can help you get your decision, get your green card sorted. It's just going to take time. I mean, right now it's been 2 months, a little more than 2 months. I don't think I can help you. But maybe after 6 months or 8 months, I could definitely help you. Eve Bobadilla. I want to file mandamus. I've been waiting 24 months on a green card for asylum. What do you think? I think yes. 24 months is too long. 2 years? You should go for it. We can help you. Reach out to me using the link in my bio. Reach out to me using the link in my bio. What other questions do we have? Rilks, I was removed from the U.S., a green card holder 15 years ago. Now, how can I proceed if I want to return? Well, there are ways to do this. But first of all, I'd have to know why you were removed. Was it a criminal case? If so, what happened? Here's Laurent Ariel. We do represent people in Boston. Muntadir Abbas, we can help you. Let's do it. What can we do if we're in Texas? Well, you could always leave Texas, but before you pack your bags, you got to ask yourself this question. Are you seeking an initial DACA? Are you seeking initial DACA? In other words, you don't have DACA, you're eligible for DACA, and you want to apply for DACA. If that's true, then in Texas, you only get deferred action and you don't get a work permit. So that's about it. If you want the work permit, and excuse me, tired. If you want the work permit and you meet those requirements, then you're going to have to leave Texas. And by the way, don't fake it. Don't, for example, list your address somewhere else at a friend's house and pretend that you're not in Texas when you actually live in Texas. If you do that, they're going to find out about it and you're going to have all sorts of problems. Rilk says, parents took me back to my home country. You need a consultation with us. You need advice on what to do. I can talk to you a little bit about that, but you need to get your green card back. You need to get back to the U.S. You need to do that right away. Muntadir Abbas, do you have an office in Boston to help people live in Massachusetts? My wife's planning to apply for citizenship in December. We got you. If you're going to apply in December, get started now. Let's do it. If work permits are removed from DACA recipients in Texas, how would child support be affected? I don't know. I don't know anything about child support in Texas. I'm not licensed to practice law in Texas. I don't know anything about family law. And what can I say? I know about immigration, U.S. immigration. Here's someone who says, say hi to Mona, including the kids. That's very sweet. Lone Wolf, I haven't renewed my green card in 6 years and I changed states. Do I face any penalty? Lone Wolf, if you're listening, let me know in the comments below. Allison, hey Josh, client from Jamaica. I love Jamaica. Went on my honeymoon there. But that's it. Here's Gabrielle. So if I do DACA to do AP and do my legal entry, do I have to never go to Mexico? I don't know. Alberto, hello from Connecticut. Here's someone who says, I look American. Okay, I am American. So maybe that sounds about right. I don't know. Any news on AP? You can do AP. Here's God is in control. Hi from Jamaica, new here. Welcome. Someone said I'm handsome. That's very kind of you. Compliments will get you everywhere. But I want immigration questions, not just compliments. With news of DACA in Texas, can we use an out-of-state address to keep it open? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't use an out-of-state address. The only reason you can use an out-of-state address is if you actually live in the other state. Balyan Song, any update on immigration K1? Well, yes, there are, but ask me a specific question. What's on your mind about the K1 visa, about fiancé visas? Ken, N400 got denied. That's awful, Ken. Let's figure out what happened. Get the denial letter and send it over to me, and let's book some time so I can read it, take a look at it, and help you come up with a plan to get approved. There almost always is a plan. Here's Steele. We have our process from I-730. It's been on hold since 2018 till today. I-730s cannot be approved because of a proclamation. So you're going to be stuck for a long time. Hit me up with your questions, people. Hit me up with good morning. Can someone apply to VAWA in California without being married? Been together 15 years. I don't know. Don't think you can do that. I think you have to be married. Here's favorite child. I have questions. Can NVC call? I have questions. Can NVC call me? No, the NVC will not call me. If you have questions about the NVC, you should book some time with me and my team so we can help you out. Mustafa, how long does it take to get a decision after the interview? That's like saying, how long is a piece of string? It's going to take time. You're not sure how long. It's not easy. With advanced parole, DACA, and a doctor's degree, can I self-petition? No. Advanced parole and DACA, travel with entry, fixes the problem of coming into the U.S. without a legal entry. And that's very important for different types of immigration cases. Can you talk about the I-730 case? The I-730 cases are not going to go forward. And that's because President Trump came out with a proclamation stopping the processing of refugee cases. And that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Lydia, have a nice day. Here's someone, JS12785. I have 3 misdemeanors, all dismissed. My son is in the Army. Can I get qualified for military PIP? Yes, you can. Military parole in place is designed to solve one particular problem. You come into the U.S. without inspection. You sneak across the border. And if you do that, it's not helpful for a bunch of different reasons. Here's Sue Lyman. I lost my citizenship certificate. Who can help me apply to replace it? I can do it. It's straightforward. It's going to take time though. Can you please tell me the status of the I-730? I-730s are stuck. They're going to be stuck for a long time. What's going on with the new DACA law? Okay, if you have DACA and you're applying for a new initial DACA and your case has been on hold, then it's going to move forward and you're going to get approved. If you haven't applied, you can apply now. And if you live in the state of Texas, then none of this applies. You can get deferred action, but no work permit. Laurent says, I've lived with my wife for 10 years. We're married for 2. I started my adjustment process here in Texas, but I stopped for now and I'm afraid. What can I do? You need to have a consultation with me. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to be making videos about the government shutdown today. Who has questions about the government shutdown? Grace Miranda Frank. Hey, attorney, I have a question. I'm out of status for 10 years. I married a U.S. citizen in 2023. I filed for adjustment of status last June 2025. I got my EAD and my social security number last August. I'm now working as a nanny, but my boss is traveling outside the U.S. and they applied for advanced parole. If my advanced parole is approved, can I travel outside the U.S. while waiting for my green card? Thank you so much, and God bless. You can probably travel outside the U.S., but in order to do that, you need to know more about your immigration history, about your criminal history, seeing if there's any issues there. But yeah, no, it looks good. Let's see here. I have RC, but I have misdemeanor. Can I still get citizenship? I don't know what RC is. Let's see here. What questions do you have? Let me know. I gotta know. I gotta know. I gotta know. What are going to be your questions? So many good questions. How long is it going to take proof for immediate family if the same amount of processing time is allowed? They called me for a second interview. Should I be worried? I wouldn't use the word worried. I think you need to prepare. You need to prepare. You need to know that they're going to thoroughly review your application. But I don't think it's a bad thing. Fiance came through K1 visa. Now what? Let's see here. What questions do you have? You got to hit me up with your questions. How long does it take to get an SB1 visa? Those are rarely approved, so I think it takes a long time. If you legally come to the U.S., if you have a DUI, that's the problem. How long does it take to go from I-730 to I-130? Well, you kind of have to start over. So that's not easy. Can a person with a visitor visa have an I-130 application in the process in the U.S.? That's a tricky one. That's more of a conversation. Is it true that you have to wait 5 years after your last arrest before applying for citizenship? There's some truth to that. That you have to be a person of good moral character for 5 years. That's what you have to do. And if you get arrested, it doesn't mean you're a bad person, but if you get convicted, then that could have big impact on your eligibility for naturalization. Why is I-130 not easy? It's not that it's not easy. If you have an I-730, it's not going to get approved. File the I-130. How many months does it take for the green card holder for marriage process for USCIS approval? I mean, the problem is you have the visa bulletin, and each month it's backlogged, and so you have to worry about that. Does that make sense? What if someone was homeless and lost all documents and green card is expired for some years? Well, you can renew your green card, get a new green card. I mean, why not? I lost my green card. Do it. Hi, I want to apply to come to America. I'm a software engineer. Can you tell me the easiest way? The easiest way is to win the green card lottery. And then they give you a green card and you can come in. Daoud Mohamud, I'm a 2026 DV lottery, but I live in Somalia. I don't think they're going to give it to you. What if I don't know my A number? Do a criminal background check on yourself, electronic one, and then your A number will come up. That's a good tip right there. Is there an interview for the I-751? How long the process? Sometimes there's an interview. Yeah. Why are you waiting for me? Said Bernadette D'Souza. Why are you waiting for me? I'm waiting for you to ask me a question. So hit me up. Samira Rosita, help me out, Josh. You got it. I'll help you. Stacia, I'm from Trinidad. I got married here. My husband's in the States and began the filing and stopped and just abandoned me. Well, contact us. I have some ideas. You might have a case. Yeah. You might. Can I travel to Somalia with a passport and a green card? If you're a former refugee or it's an asylee, then I would not recommend going back to Somalia if that's where you have, if that's where you got your. Let's see here.